Ah, good afternoon, Director General.
Good afternoon, young lady. What can I do for you? I cannot remember having booked an appointment with you today.
I do not need an appointment to come here, Chief Amos.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Good. I sent a recommendation letter for the Ports Authority contract. I did not hear from you.
Young lady, if you are actually here because of that contract, I am sorry, it's not available.
For your own sake, you better be.
I beg your pardon.
Obviously, your boss did not mention me to you. Bottom line is, I want that contract. In fact, I want to walk out of this office with an approval letter to that effect. You will be rewarded handsomely.
Get out of my office. Get out of my office!
Okay. I don't think you would want me to leave your office on that note. So, I will give you another opportunity. On the recommendation letter I sent to you, there was a seal from the project director. Did you not see it?
Young lady, how dare you walk into my office and display such arrogance?
Because I am the queen. The same queen that put your black soul on that chair you're sitting on right now.
Tolerated you enough. How dare you walk into my office, fold your legs and open your dirty trap with me? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Who is your father? Get out before I call the police.
You know, if I were you, I would have just listened. Because the same places you will run to in your times of trouble, Amos, I might just be there.
Get out of my office! Bad day! Can you imagine such an idiot?
Personal assistant to the minister is here.
That should be Rufus.
Yes, sir.
Ask him to come in. Good friend. Rufus. You are looking very, very prosperous.
Yeah, Chief.
Oga must be taking good care of you.
I must say he's doing his best.
How is the Honorable Minister?
Chief, he's fine. But there is a little problem. And I have to be very, very brief on it because I'm rushing down to Port Harcourt. So I have to catch the afternoon flight. And Chief, I want to know what brought about your problem with the Honorable Minister.
I beg your pardon.
I said I want to know what brought about the present misunderstanding between you and the Honorable Minister.
Is this supposed to be a kind of joke or what? I don't have any misunderstanding with the minister.
Chief, as I'm talking to you now, he has ordered me to prepare your dismissal letter.
Me? My dismissal letter?
With what he called gross incompetence and administrative mismanagement and your inability to reconcile duties.
This is nonsense. What have I not put into this service? Is there no assignment or duty given to me that I failed?
If I were you, I would be right there at the minister's office to sort things personally with him. Because as I'm talking to you now, he has ordered me tomorrow that I should take your dismissal letter to the Vice President for his endorsement. But if you can reach him by today with any available flight, the better for you.
Rufus, I thank you very much for this information. Thank you, I appreciate. Hello. Yes, Victoria. And please go to a nearby local airline office and book me for the immediate flight to Abuja right now. Do it very, very fast. Yes. I've been here for over 3 hours.
You cannot see His Excellency until he's ready to see you.
But it does not seem to do that I'm here. Why not tell him the Director General of
The Vice President knows that you are here and he will see you as soon as he's ready. Just wait.
Well, from the look of things, you may not even see me today.
Then come tomorrow. Come back tomorrow.
Please.
Yes, have your
It's
seat,
very
sir.
important I see him. There's a particular letter that I have to see before it reaches him by tomorrow.
That is the day's protocol, Chief Amos, and you don't expect me to breach it. I say you should wait and allow the guest inside to come and then I can usher you in. Please have your seat, sir.
So, let me...
I cannot. I will not just allow you to barge in. I have to inform him that there's a guest waiting for him.
Is your boss in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll see him right away.
Who is that lady I just entered?
Please have your seat, sir. This is an officer.
Oh, how was it today?
It was okay. Kind of like a tough day, actually.
By the way, you're looking so effulgent in this your apparel.
Thank you.
By the way, what about your trip to London as scheduled? As you still traveling this weekend?
How can I go to London when your wife is in London? I don't run the same program with her.
Come off it. What has my wife's trip to London got to do with you traveling to London?
Look, let's leave that issue for now, okay? Remember the case I told you about on phone? The one about the DG Port Authority? What has been done about it?
I think the recommendation for his reassessment to a lower office, possibly retirement, have been concluded by the minister himself.
Oh, Gambari, you're a very good person. You hardly disappoint me.
But how can I disappoint my pretty charming lady that has made me the #2 man in the country? I can't do that.
Anyway, when I was coming to your office right now, I actually saw him outside. That's the DG.
Okay.
Why don't you invite him to your office, you know? Let him come in. Let's see what he has to say, you know?
Oh, I think it's necessary.
Oh, yes, it's necessary. Let the man come in. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, protocol. There's a man there, Amos, the DG, Port Authority. I'll let him in. Okay. Yeah, Mr. Amos. What do I have to do? What can I do for you? You're supposed to be in Lagos now. So is this supposed to be a courtesy visit or what?
Yes, no. It's personal visit.
You mean you left your duty post to pay me a personal visit? For what?
Actually, it's an official visit that I have to talk to you personally, sir. There was a letter to that effect, sir. That's already sent through the secretary, sir.
Well, it hasn't got into my table. Maybe when it gets to my table. Until it gets to my table.
Please permit me to see your secretary so that I'll ask him to forward the letters to you for you to read, sir.
If you so wish.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm very grateful.
Thank you, sir.
I just hold on a second. Honey, please, why don't you ask him to get me a cup of coffee, please?
I must tell my secretary to get her a cup of coffee.
Oh, okay, sir.
You haven't even asked me if I would like it black or with some cream. I mean,
Please, do you want it black or cream, madam?
I usually like my coffee black.
It's
But on the
black is
contrary,
okay.
you can actually put some cream by the side.
It's okay.
Okay. Can I make it quick?
Okay, ma'am.
He must have stepped on the toe of the queen. Oh. Yeah. Oh. I've even forgotten. It's okay, it's okay. I don't know what to do now. I just have to have my lunch. It's far past lunch time. I have a meeting. A meeting with a delegate from Switzerland. Let's go.
I didn't thought you were going to be having a meeting today. But I don't mind having Chinese, so
Oh, it's okay, Charlie.
it's also good for my plan.
So,
Alright?
oh.
I don't really like it. I think I prefer this pink one. There's something very dramatic about it, you know? I have a lot of yeah, there's some kind of design here that brought out the, the design. There's something to plain about this thing. Think plain that really wrong. Let me see. I like this brown one. It's simple, but you know. Maybe it's because of the design or something. There's something about it that's really. I think I'll take this brown one. I'm thinking of like how this small children, you know. So you can, and then this other one.
Good afternoon, madam. I'm sorry for my intrusion, ma'am. Please, I really want to talk with you.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am. Please, I want to talk to you for some 5 minutes, ma'am. Please give me audience, madam.
And what makes you think I want to speak with you for 1 minute? Or even 1 second? Huh?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Please.
Get the man out.
Please, ma'am. I want to talk to you.
Grant you audience. Same way you granted me audience in your office the other time, eh?
I never knew you were here, madam. You never introduced yourself to me, and I was not really. I never knew you were. I'm sorry, madam.
That was because you were feeling too big to even look at my introduction letter. You were too big to look at my introduction letter. You know, right now, you and I don't have anything to talk about.
Please, madam, we have a lot to say, ma'am. Please, we have a lot. I just got information now that they will be saying my resignation by next week. Look at me. At my age, what else do you expect me to do after this if I'm retired at this age? Please, madam, I'm begging. I'm ready to give you that contract, ma'am.
So you think I'm a fool, really? A contract you have already awarded out?
Not quite, ma'am. I swear with the last Lord to make sure that you get that contract. I assure you, ma'am. Honestly, you get that contract.
And what makes you think that I can reverse a situation or a decision already made by the government?
Where do I get that kind of power?
Oh, madam, you can do that. With what I saw at Abuja, the way you were mixing with the people at the corridor of power, and in fact, if somebody is asking for the Asoro Queen, you should be the one, madam.
Are you saying that people are calling me the Queen of the Rock?
I'm not mixing words, madam. I'm serious. Madam, I'll show you there's nothing you want in my department I will not give to you, ma'am.
Say that again.
Madam, I'm still telling you there's nothing you want in my department that you will not get, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see what we can do about your situation.
So are you taking these ones to the car, madam? I mean these ones for
Yes, sure.
All hail the Queen.
which other ones are
All hail the Queen.
okay. Where is your car park?
Hail the Queen.
If you trust me here, you should be.
Okay, thank you.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
How much is that?
Hail the Queen.
40,000.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
Oh, my day is not right. That's 50,000 now. You can keep the change. Thank you very much. All right.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
I just don't understand it. We have started the project already. You cannot stop the check given to us just like that.
Yes, I can. I awarded the contract at the same time I can withdraw it. Is it difficult for you to understand?
Amos, you and I have known each other for good 13 years. 13 good years. You know my credibility. I've handled the same project in your hometown. Why are you doing this to me? Why?
How will you feel when you come back here by Monday and hear that I'm no longer the Director General of this corporation?
God forbid. You merit this position and I respect you for that.
In that case, stay out of that contract and return the acknowledgement letter to me.
Who is pressurizing you into disappointing an old friend, Amos?
A person that dines and wines with those people that put me here and pay my salary.
Mr. President?
You can call her Queen of Asorok, but stay aside. I have heavy storm gathering over my head.
I can't believe this.
Gentlemen, following our refusal to accept the position of the Vice President, all eyes have been on us, and consequently we cannot be found together in public. Have therefore invited us to come out here to deliberate, away from the glaring eyes of the press and the public.
The issue of how our red files got into the hands of that lady that styled herself as the Queen of Azura is yet to be explained.
How can it be explained when it appears like one of us tipped those pies to that girl that calls herself Queen of Asurok? Mustafa, yeah? What are you trying to insinuate? That one of us here is a traitor? Look, David, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, because for all I care, it could be you. Mustafa, I'm gay about it. How dare you? I'm gay about it. Hey, man. Don't do me like that. What do you think you are? Gentlemen, see. You will see. See what? I will deal with you. Where are you going? You know where I come from? Where do you come from? You know where I come from? I come from Okida. Okay. I will sacrifice you to Okida tonight. I will sacrifice you to Okida. You will see. Sit down, gentlemen. You will see. Sit down. Sit down.
Is this now the basis of this caucus? Taunting, accusing, and blaming each other?
But like you talk for yourself. Don't start talking as if you care for anybody. As if you have the interest of anybody at heart. No. Talk for yourself.
Oh. If I have the interest of none of you at heart, why didn't you invite me?
I personally invited you. Yes, because I did not want to leave the devil who destroyed me out.
That devil happens to be a metaphor for who?
Look, gentlemen, is this why we are here?
If there's anything against me, let him say it. Let him go ahead and say it. Why is he bitching about the bush?
Are you listening to him? Are you listening to him? If I were the vice president, would he be talking to me like that?
If I were the vice president, would you talk to me like that too? Huh? Are you better qualified than I do? I happen to be the best candidate for that position. It's okay. Best candidate for that position.
Nobody could have made you vice president. You see all of us speaking English and throwing tantrums everywhere when there is one small girl, little girl, minute girl, mini girl outside there manipulating us like puppets. Subhanallah.
Mustafa, I advise you to keep that your analysis. This gathering does not want it.
Hey David, you know I never liked you from day one.
I don't talk to you now. I don't talk to you now. You can't do anything.
Mustafa.
Okay. I will sacrifice you to the leadership. I will sacrifice you. You will see. I'm going to sacrifice you.
It's okay.
It's all right.
You want me to walk out of this meeting? Is that what you are screaming?
That's all your highness. Sorry.
This is a disgraceful behavior. This your attitude I find very disgraceful. Very shameful. We are fooling ourselves here. That's what we are doing. Our enemies are not here. Our enemy is out there. One gang led by one little girl called Mayan. You know? Who was a very close associate of the former vice president. As who is doing this job, she calls herself the queen.
Senator Idris, this Marian girl, how do you know that he had a link with the former vice president?
My dear, don't bother to find out how I know. Because right now my spies are working day and night on that girl with the new vice president now.
The situation is this. The president rules this country. And this said queen rules the people that the president is using to rule the country.
Yes, gentlemen, I called us here to find a solution to this problem. And I'm giving my suggestion. We are all free to suggest. Let us assassinate that girl along with the vice president.
Man, Alhaji Idris, with all due respect to you, that will be very stupid.
Assassination comes with deep investigation, which can open the red pies that small girl has on all of us, and that will spell our doom. Boom.
So Mustafa, so what you're saying is that this girl should continue ruling us the way she's doing. She has completely ruined my political career.
You have no career in politics.
You have.
You are a small boy.
You don't have.
When did you start politics?
You think you have career?
Yes.
You have no career at all.
When I was campaigning, was that the day? Where were you?
When we are talking of career, you don't talk.
Wait,
Small boy,
Can you imagine?
gentlemen.
What do you know?
You are
Shut up, gentlemen.
Mustafa, you are
Gentlemen.
Yes.
And then now you start with me and then
Mustafa, you're small.
Gentlemen. Mustafa, now since you oppose Senator Idris, now tell us, what do we do?
we lay low. When you want to catch a monkey, you go low. When we lie low and cancel all plans about assassination and murder, then we trace the girl. When we get the girl, we take out all the original copies in the red pile. When we have all those ones by our side, then the girl and the vice president chicken.
I
It makes sense to me.
That is right. That's right.
How are we going to do that? How do we do that? I mean, this kind of process will take such a long time. As it is, we have no choice. We have to be patient. Be very patient. That is the truth. Mustafa has nothing good to offer. Look at this He has nothing to offer.
Okay, do. Because you are tall and big, you don't plenty of water, you talk to me.
I'm assuring you, madam, that we would execute the contract to the best taste and standard. Our engineers are professionals. In fact, they're the best in the industry. Those are copies of jobs we've handled before now.
I am not interested in the project you have handled before now. What I'm interested in is 30% of this contract I'm about to award.
30%, madam? That would leave us with just 7% to conclude the contract. And at the end of the day, we might be left with nothing for ourselves. Madam, why don't you accept 10%?
How dare you? Do you think I sell crayfish here? By the way, who showed you the way to my office? Do you know that I could get you a contract with just a phone call? Just one phone call. And you think I manage that kind of connection with 10%?
I'm sorry, madam. I didn't mean to insult you. I'm very sorry.
Very sorry.
Okay, madam. 30% is okay by us.
Good. We'll go pay that 30% into this account. When you pay it into this account, you give me a call. After which you can now proceed to the minister's office. When you get to the minister's office, ask the honorable minister to call me.
Madam, does he have your number? Sorry, I'm very sorry.
You're really so annoying. Would I send you to the minister's office if you did not have my number?
I'm very sorry, madam. I'm very sorry.
You guys are disgusting.
Yes, sorry.
She is the queen.
Right then. I'm through with you.
Oh, what a queen.
No.
Okay, madam.
I'm through with you, please. I have to.
And all her subjects, they all must bow.
Are there any more people waiting for me?
All hail the queen. All hail the queen. All hail the queen.
Any more people waiting for me?
All hail the queen.
You have bank executives, top bank executives, and top executives from JBC, and many other people that I don't have the names here. Yes, I remember. You have this company, foreign envoy from a construction company in Holland. Which of them would you like to say?
No. I want to have lunch. You have Chinese?
It's okay by me.
She is the queen.
Boy chemicals. Have you seen it? No.
Oh, what a queen.
Okay.
And all her subjects, they all must bow. She is the queen. All hail the queen. All hail the queen. All hail the queen.
I'm hearing. I'll soon be there. Please don't go. I know the time is past gone. But I'll still round up. When I come, we'll discuss.
Chief Ojo, why are we here?
In a lady's private residence. Why can't we go straight to the Honorable Minister's office for the contract?
Wake up from your slumber, Mr. Bernard. Listen, when you see a beautiful dog going down the street, always have in mind that someone owns it. Yes. Even when you know the dog's name, call the dog 100 times. The dog will not listen to you. But when you liaise with the owner, man, you get it all. And that is why we are here. When you talk of politics, talk about the way. You get the point. So relax. Relax. Just relax.
I believe we can influence the Honorable Minister to get the contract directly.
That will be a long process. You know, we talk about the grade of power, we talk about connection, then talk about the queen. She has it all. Get the point? Now listen. In this Abuja, every big boy in this Abuja knows this queen. So without her, there is no contract. Just have it like that. Without her, there is no contract. That is why we are here. So relax. Please just relax. We've gotten it all. With her, everything is okay. So why don't we just relax? You're the right place.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
Thank you very much.
You see, you have the connection, and we are really pleading with you to use it. And in return, we are offering you $3 million.
What you're asking me to do is to convince presidency to deregulate oil prices and operations in the downstream sector.
Certainly, madam.
May I ask you how much exactly you're going to make from this project?
You see, madam, it's not about figures, but it's just about the existence of the market. And you know, this oil business is
Chief Dokubo, this is not a classroom, so we do not need no seminars. I guess we both know why we're here, and that's for business. So, I want $8 million, nothing less.
$8 million, madam, is a back-breaking big kickback, you know.
Chief Dokubo, I convince the presidency, the oil minister, the entire Senate. Now tell me, how back-breaking can it get? $6 million, Chief Dokubo, and by this time next week, you have it all in the papers.
Okay. We'll get back to you later. I will go to my organization and convey it to them. I will see you later.
Very well then.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen. All hail the Queen.
See, we're going out. Come to the office.
Excuse me. I've been waiting for more than
Come to the office.
5 hours here now. Oh, shit.
Come, please. I don't want to stop, please. Come, let's have it one more time, please. Sweetie, I'm expecting you, please, darling. Come. Oh, come on, sweetie. I can't wait to have it one more time.
Oh, sorry. Some other time. I have an appointment to catch.
What kind of appointment are you catching? I am the vice president, so the entire nation can wait. You know I love you so much, and you know how to do this thing. That's why I'm ready to divorce my wife and marry you. Come on, sweetie.
Please, just leave this love out of this, okay? I really respect her, you know.
Oh, sweetie. Yes, I fully respect you. I respect your expertise and your techniques in this thing. Come on, please. Oh, come on, let's have it one more time, sweetie. Come on, sweetie.
Call me mommy.
Okay. What language? Okay, mommy, please, mommy.
Alright. That's not good enough. One more thing. I want the eviction contract.
Come on. So they know that is impossible. The eviction contract? Oh, come on. You know the later vice president's family, they've been handling it, and the president himself signed it.
So, let the president sign another one. I want a vote of no confidence passed on the contractors.
It's like you have some scores to settle with Halima, I can see so.
You know, Gambury, just say yes right now. It can happen till daybreak.
Okay.
But you say no, I'll just sleep.
Okay, yes, sweetie, yes, okay, yes. I'm going to tell you before the president. I'll make sure he's signed, okay? It's alright, yes, come.
Say it again.
I said I'm going to take it to the president himself to sign it. You can count on me, come on, sweet. Really? Yes.
When exactly is that going to be?
As soon as possible.
Yeah. How soon is as soon as possible?
Tomorrow. Promise you, sweet, come on, please, I can't wait.
What time?
First thing in the morning. Yes, I promise you.
Did anybody look for me?
Yes, ma'am. There's a letter here marked to presidency. Somebody from the Ministry of Aviation brought it.
Boy. What? What do these people want from me? What? What rubbish is this? Who brought this letter?
I don't know. It's somebody from the Ministry of Aviation.
Has he gone anyway?
Yes, ma'am.
Call my driver for me and make a call to the Vice President immediately. Tell him I'll be with him right away, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
What is all this? What's all this? What type of rubbish is this? What do they want me to do? What? For how many years?
Madam.
Don't madam me anything. Now, what's the meaning of this? What exactly is this silly joke all about?
Cool it, madam. Take it easy, eh? What exactly are you talking about? Let me know.
My family has always handled all contracts from aviation department of the presidency. We have always delivered on time with standard equipment and authentic completed projects. Now you have the nerves to send this letter to me, terminating the contract for what and for who. I demand to know now.
Take it easy, madam. You see, my instructions based on technical decisions came from the vice president.
Nonsense! Who the hell is your vice president? Don't you know me? Hajia Halim Ali. Who the hell is your president? And you had the nerves, the guts to carry out the instruction to terminate this contract.
Take it easy.
You all are stupid. Take your silly letter. Hey, listen, I must get to the bottom of this. Silly.
And what are you staring at? Let me have those letters.
Hello?
Hello, darling.
Oh, hello, sweetie. How are you?
Would you believe that one of my boys just called me right now? The Minister for Aviation. He said that old woman just left his office right now. Can you believe that that woman, instead of mourning her late husband, is chasing contracts up and down, huh? The woman does not want to believe that she's no more in the corridors of power. How about?
My dear, I didn't know she was going to take it that serious. I was even told she visited the president.
Sweetheart, just leave all that to me, okay? I told you, leave it to me. You just play by the cards, that's all. Tell them it's a technical thing.
It's alright. Like I told you before, if the president insists, I'll be left with no option than to renew the contract and let the woman go.
Relax, eh? Relax. You're always too jumpy. I told you to relax. I'm handling the whole thing and you know I'm capable, eh? You just relax. The queen goes down for no one, eh? You what? Just relax, okay?
It's alright, dear.
I'll call you later. I want to go get some groceries from the... Hey.
All hail the Queen!
It's alright.
All hail the Queen! All hail the Queen!
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. Chairman.
Vice President.
You're welcome. You're welcome, gentlemen. Please do sit down. It is indeed an honorable visitation. If I was duly informed about it, I would have put up a befitting reception.
That wouldn't be necessary. We intend to be very brief, and besides, we're not here on any official capacity.
Official or unofficial, you still remain the party national chairman. As such, you deserve your honor.
Thank you very much. Actually, we're here with regards to the termination of the aviation contract awarded the widow of the former vice president.
I hope she took it in good faith because it's for the better development of our country.
Perhaps you should have consulted with the president before embarking on such a decision.
Please take no offense. The reason is that Mr. President maintains a wonderful relationship with the family of the deceased vice president.
And being a very powerful family, the president needs them for the next election.
Well, the decision was not taken by me. It was based on the report and recommendation from the Senate Committees on Aviation, headed by Senator Lumide. In fact, there was gross incompetence.
Gross incompetence as personally neglected by Mr. President, our boss?
Yes, as personally neglected by Mr. President. Such negligence could leak to the press. I think I was doing him a favor.
Only the president terminates such contract. Mr. Vice President, not your office.
Perhaps you've not read the instrument establishing the existence and formation of the Senate Committee. They have the right to investigate, indict, and recommend, putting full report on the table of the Vice President, who now takes decision and then brief the President within 48 hours.
We know all that.
Okay, then I was doing the right thing.
But it's very obvious you're yet to brief the President.
It is not yet 48 hours. Besides, such gross incompetence being neglected by the President would give great problem to him.
But there is no gross incompetence. Besides, they have been known to do great jobs in the past.
Well, to handle such projects or contract, the person or the handler is supposed to have professional experience of about 25 years. The late Vice President, nor the widow, none of them went to school of aviation.
Mr. Vice President, let me put it to you that this is an afterthought. Perhaps if you understand that I'm the national chairman of the party and I represent all interests, okay? And so you must do something to prevent that termination.
So rather it could leak to the press. Perhaps there's another way to it.
Which is?
Well, I have a special advisor on aviation. Okay. There's the card, and that's the contact address. I will send Hajia Halima, so she will go and see her, and when they discuss, she's going to now communicate her recommendation to us. I think that is going to help us so that the press will not do much damage to our reputation.
Well, we have to do our level best in this matter. And I'd like to remind you that Mr. President has vested interests. And that has been protected.
I will not do anything bad to jeopardize the office of the President. I assure you.
So, you're welcome. We'll be on our way.
Thank you so much.
All the very best.
Thank you so much. It's my honor you are here. So much.
But remember, it must be prevented.
No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. The journalist.
Madam, sir, she will soon join me.
Go and tell her that we've waited here indefinitely and time is not my friend.
You heard what I said.
Time is a precious ornament. Go and tell her that she has to come and see us.
It's all right. She said if you can't wait, perhaps you'll leave and come back some other time.
Now listen to me. No special assistant or an advisor to any executive can afford to keep me waiting for more than 3 minutes. I've wasted up to 1 hour here and you're telling me she's coming and she's not coming. Go and tell her that I, Chief Banamosi, the national chairman of her great party, the United Democratic Party, is here to see her.
You heard what I said, sir. She will soon join.
I am not here to exchange words with you. Just do as I say. That's my instruction.
Son. I'll do that.
Do that and do that fast. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Good afternoon, lady and gentlemen.
You've been in all this while.
What is this? Oh yes, some things take time. I'm really sorry for delaying you. So how can I help you?
Are you the special advisor to the Vice President on aviation?
All hail the Queen! All hail the Queen!
A degree in transport management.
Hail the Queen!
A diploma from the Institute of Aviation. Another higher diploma from that same institute. Masters in economics. And a first degree in public administration, yes. I am the advisor to the Vice President on aviation matters. So how can I help you?
This is an insult. Arrant nonsense. This lady here used to be one of the girls in my late husband's office.
Would I take that as a compliment on my progress in life? Or as an insult on your ignorance?
Could you please tone down on your utterances?
You should tell her to respect me.
Is this a plan or what? Is this a plan to insult me and my family with all what we've done for this nation by this rat? No, Chief.
You stashed away $350 million into your bank account abroad, especially during your trip to Europe on your so-called Rural Women Support Program or Foundation, was it you called it?
You. So you searched through my things and spied all around my house. You stinking idiot.
On the contrary, you have been very careless with your big mouth, Mrs. Nursery school teacher who rose to become the third wife of the Vice President after he was elected.
Enough! Enough of this nonsense.
Chief, I'm not going to stand here to be insulted by this stinking rat.
So Halima, that's not the way. It's not the solution, Halima.
Shake your core. Suck it out.
No, I am not going to stand there to be insulted by that little. I'm going straight to the president.
Halima.
Yes.
What she said about the bank account, is that correct? Does she have an evidence?
Habalaji, I don't expect this type of question from you. My husband was your friend and ally when he was alive. You owe him the duty to kick that small fry out of the vice president's office. You are the party chairman, aren't you?
It will be done in accordance with the vice president.
What did you say?
I said it will be done in accordance with the vice president.
Who the hell is vice president? Who is he and what was he before he became the vice president? Please, Chief, I expect you to go straight to the president and kick that small fry out of that office. Please, do that and do it fast for me. Please. Good day.
All right. I'm going to go in there and tell that little brat something true. Now listen, and listen real good. This nonsense has got to stop. I don't know how you got around the vice president and skimmed your way through his retinue of staff as an advisor. But you must have to watch yourself and stay away from those powers and decisions that are capable of destroying you and your entire generation.
Chief Chief Accountant to the Ministry of Petroleum, 82 to 84. Chief Accountant to the Ministry of Telecommunications, 85 to 90. Minister for Power and Steel, 90 to 92. Under all these tenures, 19 counts of fraud, imbalance in accounts, and gross embezzlement to the tune of $200 million. Used your clout to suppress all information. I am indeed privileged to have such a genius under my roof.
Certainly, you did a perfect homework, preparatory for your pitfall.
If I were you, Chief, but I must say, I'll just let sleeping dogs lie.
Indeed, you were well rehearsed. Bible perhaps, Kabari.
Don't try to figure me out, Chief Badamose. I am extremely mysterious. In fact, more complex than you can ever imagine.
Who the hell do you think you are? Let me ask you a question. In the capital government in this country, who is your father? Where do you come from and who are your people? And what makes you think you can step into the affairs of men who are men? I mean, no woman in this country gets caught free.
No woman. Chief Badamose, let me tell you, just in case you haven't noticed, these are dangerous times. All men now cry, men fear, men are afraid, men tread dangerously, and all men are careful, including you.
You are at liberty to enjoy a last moment, young lady. By this time tomorrow, you would have lost your job and all these stolen things you have through your scheme.
Chief Badamose, let me ask you, how did you become the party chairman? And what was the margin of vote?
And that question swallows you up.
That question does not swallow me up because you might have a big mouth, but you definitely do not have the truth. I can make 25 senators pass a vote of no confidence on you. That will put you in a precarious position and call for another election in the next party convention. I can do it.
I am glad to inform you that you have dug your grave. The game is up. It is all over. Hello? Put me through to the president immediately. Thank you.
Hello. Let me speak with Alhaji Garba immediately. It is of utmost importance. Hello, Alhaji Garba. Chief Davo.
It's Chief Douglas. Please sit down. Did you book the appointment with the President? We have to hold the meeting fast. Things are getting out of hand in the party.
I didn't have the time to see Mr. President. Other important matters cropped up.
But every other matter should have waited. There is an issue brewing from the Vice President's office which we must nip in the bud.
There's an issue brewing in your office also.
I beg your pardon?
25 senators have passed a vote of no confidence on you.
My God. 25 senators of our great party? That must be the greatest joke of the millennium.
It's not a joke, Chairman. It is a fact.
By the way, do you know the names of these senators?
I'm sorry, that cannot be divulged. I believe you know what this means. Your activities as the party chairman for now will be limited to your office, pending the outcome of the forthcoming national convention.
Chief Douglas, who is behind the scene doing this to me? Who? You know my contribution to the party so far. Why must I be treated like this? This is a political mutiny.
Apparently, you must have stepped on some people's toes.
Of course you know I haven't. Don't you know who I am? Anyway, let's see how it goes.
Gentlemen, the situation is getting more and more intolerable and very dangerous. Yes, there's a serious crisis in the party because of this situation. Yes, everyone wants to know why we ganged up all our supporters in the party executive to give a vote of no confidence on the party chairman. Huh?
Yes. The chaos is all over the papers. Even the president wants to know what is happening.
How can one single insignificant lady tear a whole party apart? I've tried to pocket the entire presidency.
Senators, I have said it before, and I want to say it again. Let this queen die, I said it before, and somebody said we should wait until thy kingdom come. Because the more this lady lives, the more dangerous the situation becomes.
Gentlemen, this is no time for blames and buck passing. Okay, let us devise a means to stop this menace from destroying our political career. That is our main thrust now.
If there's something we have to do, we better do it fast, because time is not on our side.
We have to hit that girl. We have to strike that little fowl who calls herself the queen. Yes. And the earlier, the better. I want you gentlemen to leave the details to me. Yes. I'll handle it. Sorry. I'll handle it.
The powerful queen, and in this game I must win. What I want, I must get, and I get what I want. Anything or anyone that gets in my way, I will crush him. I will crush, 'cause the queen has come to stay. All hail the queen, 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 all hail the queen. I am powerful, but I want more than before. I must get
Are you gonna use it? 2,000.
what I want, I must get.
How much of that percentage?
Nothing can stop me.
They tried to kill me.
What?
These bastards. Now they have shot my PA and friend dead.
When? Today?
Gamari, I want a national inquiry into this, and I want the SSS to follow up immediately.
No. Please, lie low. You see, attracting a national attention to yourself and stepping on the toes of the dragons of this land will not do you and I any good. No, it wouldn't.
What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of them.
Gamari, are you afraid?
Never. You see, I respect the fact that, your effort had kept me in this enviable position. But instead of you to enjoy the benefit therein, you are busy making enmity. Making enemies with those that have iron teeth.
Those that have iron teeth will regret the day they bite an acidic body. I say I want a national inquiry put into this.
You see, the presidency would not like to associate itself with anything assassin. It wouldn't tell good to the image of the party. I think you have to do something.
Damari, I am not going to allow these bastards get away with this. I am not going to.
I think you have to take a vacation. Yeah, you have to lie low and take a vacation. Look at the list of your enemies. They are virtually top people. Top senators, ministers, party national chairman, DJs, virtually top people in the corridor of power of this country.
Kimberly, I can undo all these useless names you just bring it out right now with a snap of a finger. I am their queen.
You see, the more enemy you make to yourself, the more it extends to me. The more you dig into their backgrounds and find their faults, the more they think that I am the one that gave it to you.
Oh, really?
You have to be very careful.
Is this about you? Gambari, you're too soft.
In fact, you're cold. These guys are very hard. You need to match them.
Maybe I will have to be careful.
How are you, my good old friend?
You're welcome, Mr. Chairman. Chairman, and I'm sure you didn't come all this way to come and find out how I'm doing.
Perhaps you tell me why I'm here.
Mr. Chairman, if it's about that vote of no confidence, I really don't feel like we should talk about it now. Perhaps we should talk about it some other time when in a more conducive atmosphere where you and I can sit down and you understand what I'm saying.
Alaji, I actually came to find out why. Why? Have I ever, in your widest imagination, offended you? Alaji, remember, I practically begged you to be the Vice President of the Federal Republic, but you mysteriously chickened out. I, Chibanamosi, single-handedly raised you in this party and placed you wherever you are today. As if that's not enough, I introduced you to men of caliber, men of honor, men of dignity, men who are men. And what you chose to pay me for all my good deeds is to plan a political mutiny against me. I want you to search your conscience. Are you fair in all honesty?
Mr. Chairman, I don't think we should be discussing this thing now. Like I told you.
We have to discuss it now. We have to. By the way, let me ask you, do you know what it means to pass a vote of no confidence on somebody? That means you want my wings to be clipped, so much so that I will become powerless. I will not have responsibility anymore in the party. Is that what you want?
Mr. Chairman, honestly, let me tell you, it is not what you think of. Okay?
Alaji, I don't know what they're talking about.
No,
you want to bring me politically?
Chairman, no.
Before. I mean,
it's not the
is it right to buy the finger that failed you?
But that is not what it is.
I am not here. I'm not here for all the public. I am telling you that you have killed
Oh, Mr. Chairman, you don't understand.
The beast has laid the golden egg. And we are going to take care of it.
Salam alaikum. Binta. Never. Why are you crying?
You are asking me, what's happened after you divorced Safinatu?
And what brought about that? Huh? What brought about that?
You didn't treat today's daily, did you?
Days. What is in the days?
Read this.
My Lord. My God. Ah! God. So this woman carried out her threat against me. Oh no.
So, you treated those primary school girls?
Shut up.
And killed the mother of the second girl that died of abortion. Just to cover up your tricks. It's at the center page. We did. You had cells. I'm finished.
I am finished.
It's there at the center page. With the picture and details of the fresh evidence.
Wale?
Senator Idris Garba, I am DSP Umaru Dambaba. Sir, we have a warrant for your arrest, issued by the Inspector General of Police and signed by the court for rape and murder charges.
I want to see my lawyer.
Your lawyer is already at the police station, sir. I'm sorry you have to come with us, sir.
Look, my friend, I am just coming back from the office. You understand? I have to keep my briefcase in my room. I have to change and follow you. No problem, I'll go with you. Okay?
Just give it 2 minutes, sir.
It's alright, I will come with you.
What was that? Must be nice. Is that one of the sound of the drums?
All hail the queen.